Level 1. The trainee. You sit inside a windowless missile procedures trainer. A red binder lies open beside your hand. The console lights change without warning. You reach for the wrong line. Your instructor stops the simulation. Break sequence again, and you are done here. Nobody smiles. You have not touched a real missile. You have already learned how quickly this career can disappear. Your uniform carries second lieutenant bars. Your career code is 13N. Your 2026 base pay is $4,150.20 a month. The money feels adult. Your authority does not. You still ask permission to turn a page. You arrived with a technical degree and a commission. Officer training school alone can take 8.5 weeks. That was only the outer door. Now, investigators pull apart your history. Medical staff judge your reliability. Security officers complete your background investigation. The Personnel Reliability Program follows you into the classroom. You learn checklists until the words invade your sleep. You practice communications, equipment checks, and emergency actions. You repeat each step aloud. Your partner follows the page with a finger. The trainer creates another alarm. Your pulse jumps. Your voice must not. You verify the instruction. You point to the line. Your partner confirms it. The alarm stops. This time, the instructor writes nothing. You gain access to the mission. You lose the luxury of a private bad day. Fatigue, medication, stress, and judgment all matter now. Your friends complain about office passwords. You cannot describe the room that occupies your thoughts. Your partner at home hears only that training ran late. You begin carrying two lives. One has ordinary dinners. The other has sealed doors and deliberate words. Passing initial qualification moves you upward. Memorization is not enough. You must stay exact while a machine screams at you. The first promotion rewards controlled obedience. You prove the procedure can outrank panic. Level 2. The Deputy Missile Combat Crew Commander. You drive across open Montana before sunrise. Snow moves sideways over the road. A low, ranch-style building appears beyond a fence. It does not look powerful. That is the point. You surrender your phone. You cross the blast door with one other officer. The elevator drops you 60 feet underground. The capsule smells like metal, old paper, and reheated food. It is no larger than an average bedroom. You take the deputy chair. Your commander sits beside you. Together, you begin a 24-hour alert. 10 launch facilities now exist as lights, status reports, and responsibility. You check communications. You read logs. You track maintenance. You confirm every change. Your O1 base pay remains $4,150.20 monthly. Your access has grown far faster than your paycheck. The outgoing crew briefs you face to face. Then, the blast door closes behind them. Continuous coverage now means you. Nothing dramatic happens for hours. That is success. You watch the same indicators. You hear the same fans. You drink coffee that tastes like the paper cup. Then, an alarm appears. Your hand wants speed. Your training demands order. You find the procedure. You say the words. Your commander verifies them. The light clears. You record the event. The room becomes boring again. That boredom has teeth. A shortcut can end your qualification. A missed change can end your nuclear duty. Life above the capsule keeps moving without you. Personal phones and computers stay outside. A family message waits until you return. Even fresh air comes with a rule. Off-site exercise cannot exceed 60 minutes. You must remain capable of returning within 15. You gain a seat beside extraordinary power. You lose control of ordinary time. The first assignment gives you about 18 months to master the deputy role. Your commander watches how you prepare. Your squadron watches how you recover. You do not advance by looking fearless. You advance by finding errors before they become events. When you can protect the checklist, your partner, and the alert, you earn the other chair. Level 3. The Missile Combat Crew Commander. You enter the capsule carrying the same red binder. This time, the deputy waits for your brief. Your rank has changed. After 2 years in grade, you can reach First Lieutenant. At over 2 years, O2 base pay is $5,446.20 a month. You sit in the commander chair. The room has not grown. Your responsibility has. The alert begins with signatures, status, and a face-to-face transfer. You look at your deputy before you sign. Their hands are steady. You remember when yours were not. A maintenance team requests access at one launch facility. Security reports a delay. Weather closes part of the road. You do not touch the equipment outside. You control whether the work may proceed. You confirm conditions. You coordinate the people above. The wing instruction makes the crew commander or deputy the officer in charge of the entire flight under their control. The sentence sounds clean on paper. Underground, it feels heavier. Your deputy misses a change in the log. You catch it. You correct the record together. You could make the mistake disappear inside your authority. You do the opposite. You show exactly where the process failed. The gain is command. People now wait for your decision. The cost is ownership. Their skipped meal, weak brief, or frozen judgment becomes part of your watch. Your relationship at home changes too. You return after alert, exhausted and silent. Your partner asks about the day. You can describe the snow. You cannot describe the weight. The first 3-year assignment is built around field experience. Roughly 18 months make you a deputy. Another 18 months make you a reliable commander. You learn that confidence is not volume. It is the quiet willingness to stop. Promotion asks for more than clean alerts. Your reports must show judgment. Your crew must perform when you stop giving hints. After 2 years as a first lieutenant, selection can bring captain. The rank changes. The room stays underground. Your next step comes when you can produce another officer who needs you less. Level 4, the instructor. You stand behind a new crew in the simulator. They sit where you once sweated through your first alarm. You are a captain now, past 4 years of service. Your monthly base pay is $7,382.70. Your first 3-year assignment taught you the weapons system. Your second 3-year assignment asks you to teach people. The trainee grips a pencil too hard. The deputy rushes a call. You freeze the scenario. You do not give them the answer. You point to the page they abandoned. Start where certainty ends. They reset. You build the pressure again. Your power is new. You can make failure safe enough to study. You can expose a weak habit before it travels 60 feet underground. The job also ruins easy language. Close enough sounds dangerous now. I think demands another check. Your student makes the right correction. You restart the trainer. They make it again without help. You write the lesson afterward. Every word must match policy. Every scenario must teach the mission without teaching panic. You gain a classroom full of future crews. You lose the comfort of blaming one careless officer. If several trainees miss the same step, your instruction may be the problem. Home becomes another lesson you keep postponing. You promise dinner after the debrief. The debrief grows. The food cools. You arrive with red ink on your hand. Your partner no longer asks what happened. The career model waits 36 months before pushing experienced officers toward instructor and evaluator work. Experience buys credibility. It also leaves scars you cannot mention. You earn the next level by producing calm, independent crews. They must hear the alarm without hearing your voice. When your students can perform alone, you become qualified to judge them alone. Level 5, the evaluator. You sit behind a combat crew with a blank score sheet. The simulator window reflects your face. You cannot coach them now. The scenario begins. The crew speaks in clipped phrases. You advance the trainer to the next event. One officer hesitates. The other reaches for the binder. You mark the time and say nothing. Only experienced crew commanders enter this qualification path. Evaluator trainees work under a qualified evaluator. The command recommends roughly 1 evaluator for every 16 combat mission-ready crew members. That scarcity feels like status. It feels worse when the crew knows you. Your captain's base pay at over 4 years remains $7,382.70 monthly. The money has paused. Your influence has not. Evaluations run from Q1 through Q3. A Q1 result qualifies the member to do the job. The crew finishes. They look back at you. You ask them to explain the hesitation. The deputy admits they lost their place. The commander admits they noticed and stayed silent. The technical error is small. The trust error is not. You open the debrief. You rebuild the moment, 1 sentence at a time. You refuse humiliation. You also refuse comfort. Your score can return confidence or expose false confidence. Neither belongs to you. You gain authority over the standard. You lose the shelter of friendship. An officer who shared cold coffee with you now studies your face for mercy. You give them evidence instead. That choice follows you home. You replay their pause while brushing your teeth. Your partner sees you standing still at the sink. You do not discuss the scenario. You carry it alone. Advancement depends on objectivity. Your record must show that rank, friendship, and convenience cannot bend your judgment. The next promotion does not put you closer to a launch. It puts more crews inside your decisions. Level 6. The Flight Commander. You stand before a wall of crew schedules. Names sit on magnetic strips. Every strip represents 2 officers and another underground watch. Your first 6 years have carried you through 2 3-year assignments. At over 6 years, an O3 earns $7,737 in monthly base pay. You no longer measure your day by one capsule. You measure it by the crews preparing to enter many. A new deputy needs a stronger commander. An instructor needs time to correct weak material. An evaluator reports a pattern across several crews. All 3 problems arrive on your desk. You move one name, you delay one upgrade. You order one lesson rebuilt. Nobody hears a siren. The mission changes anyway. Your Air Force career page says you established training requirements and performance standards. Now those words have faces. You brief the flight. Young officers watch your bars. Experienced officers watch your reasoning. You tell them exactness is not fear. You tell them stopping unsafe work is part of command. Then you listen. One deputy admits exhaustion. One commander admits their crew has stopped challenging each other. You change the schedule before either weakness reaches alert. That is your power. You can shape the conditions around the people holding the procedure. The hidden price is scale. As a deputy, you carried your own hands. As a commander, you carried one partner. As an instructor, you carried a class. As an evaluator, you carried the standard. Now, you carry every crew in the flight. You leave the briefing room after everyone else. The magnetic names remain on the wall. Another team is already 60 feet underground. Your phone can ring because their room cannot. You have climbed far from the trainee who reached for the wrong line. You control schedules, training, mentorship, and readiness. You never control the weight beneath them. That is the final bargain. Your power grows each time you step farther from the console. So does your responsibility for whoever sits there.